Hey, it's a brother act. At least we still get along, kind of, you know. We've got the Everly brothers. They take separate buses and I think live in, well, we do live in different states, don't we?
We do. We're working on that, though.
We're working on that, yeah. I live in L.A. He lives in Nashville, Tennessee. It's kind of the surf and turf or the Donnie and Marie philosophy of music, a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll.
All right, we haven't figured out who's who yet. Well, these are nice seats down here.
It is kind of good.
I guess someone forgot to send an invitation to the fire marshal. Well, that's cool. I won't tell them if you won't.
This is a whole lot better. It's kind of like playing for our family in the living room, just a really big family. And we just got back from China and did a gig over there. How's this? We flew in, did one show, flew back home. And it makes you really glad that you're American, first of all. Second of all, they'll eat anything. The Chinese will eat anything. We actually saw a chafing dish filled with, I think, 40 or 50 roasted whole pigeons. We're talking beaks and everything. And there was a guy just digging into it.
You know, we went to a really nice restaurant, no joke. I mean, like on the front they had the picture for people who couldn't speak Cantonese or Mandarin like us. And it was something that they were really proud of. It was, today's special was braised bullfrog. And we're talking, and he's sitting there looking.
Tastes like chicken.
He's looking at you. Is that a flashlight?
You know we're getting older when we're talking about food in our show. Okay. All right, we're gonna get back to having some fun here. We're gonna get Gunnar to sing one. I know that there are a lot of ladies in this audience who used to love our dad singing the slow songs. I mean, let's face it, Pop was not exactly aesthetically challenged. Okay? He was a pretty guy. We learned at a very young age never take girlfriends to the house. Not because anything would happen, it's just that, well, Gunnar tried that once. She was 18 years old.
My first girlfriend, I was totally in love with her. She was half Italian, half Puerto Rican. The fights were epic, but the making up was fun. And my girlfriend Liz was coming up. We were going to go to a movie or something like that. And my brother and I were sitting there practicing, waiting for her to walk in. She walks in about 45 minutes late. We were wondering what happened to her. She comes walking into the room like she'd just seen a ghost. I said, "What's wrong with you?" She said, "I think so. The most beautiful man with Mr. Coffee I've ever seen." And it was our dad just kind of sitting there in his robe with his 5 o'clock shadow. I learned to never, ever, ever take another girl up to that house again.
But you could tell he was kind of shy about it, although he really did love to sing the slow songs, you know, in his set, because the women would inevitably just tune up. Oh! And he loved that part of it. We asked him once why he didn't move like Elvis Presley, and he said, "Well, because I don't have to." And that's why I followed up with, "Why do you close your eyes when you sing, Pop?" "Well, because it works."
And this next song, this is really cool. We got to actually work with the Family Archives. We put all the tapes together for a greatest hits package with Capitol Records a few years back. It was like a box set sort of thing. And the greatest thing was Uncle David finally, I mean, it's only been 25 years, said, "Oh, by the way, we have a tape locker with all your dad's original masters in it." So we went down there, and we were like a couple of twin Indiana Jones going through the stuff. And we put the tapes up on the reel-to-reel for the first time. Since we're talking 1957.
And the first time they've been heard since they were actually recorded. And what was really great is we were transported back instantly to the recording studio late at night down on Sunset Boulevard, probably after they'd been filming Ozzie and Harriet all day. And you could hear the talkback going on in between takes where our dad was talking to Ozzie through the studio glass, and they were trying.
By the way, it's Ozzie Nelson, not Ozzy Osbourne, the real TD dad. I just want to get that straight. All right, that's for all the Kent State kids. All right, got it.
So they were talking to each other. And remember, this is 1957, and there was no such thing as a record producer. Rock and roll was very, very new. So they were, you know, our dad was just a rockabilly kid trying to find his way and record songs, kind of the way he heard them in his heart. And this next song was really cool because back in that day they didn't have all the studio tricks like computers like auto-tune. You know, there would be no Ashley Simpson in 1957. It just wouldn't happen. There would be no Jonas Brothers or Miley Cyrus. It would not be possible. But these guys, I'm sorry, it's true. They sit there in the studio, and you could hear them. But basically, they had 2 tracks. It was stereo. So the first track was everybody sitting in the room, and they would try to get a take where everybody would play together, and they would just kind of keep it going until it kind of felt right. And that would be the take that they would keep of the music. Then our dad would go back and record the vocals. And that was it. They had 2 tries. And they just kept on going for the take until they got one with the whole band that they liked. And on this next song, we got to hear the progression. And it started out with a solo vocal and an acoustic guitar. And then the take two was, you know, James Burton comes in and adds his electric guitar to everybody in the room. And then you had a drum set got added, and then a piano.
The Jordanaires, then here come the strings, here comes the orchestra.
Really, well, like by take 45, it sounded like a full orchestra in this room. And they wound up,
Take 63, wasn't it?
take 63 was the one that they actually used and put on the radio. And it was a solo acoustic guitar and a solo vocal. Which means sometime like 4 or 5 in the morning, some bright person went, I think we had us at hello. You know?
I think it was more that somebody wanted to get some sleep already.
But
It worked though.
you actually really didn't need to gild the lily on this one. We're going to play a clip for you that describes it to you, but then I get to sing Lonesome Town.
Elvis turned off a lot of parents. Ricky didn't. Pat Boone turned off a lot of kids. Ricky didn't.
There's a place where lovers go.
Ricky's heartbreaking ballad, Lonesome Town, went top 10 in the fall of '58.
I loved Lonesome Town. I just thought it was a kind of nice, dark little ballad. There's a place where lovers go.
To cry my trouble.
There's a place where lovers go to cry their troubles away, and they call it Lonesome Town, where the broken hearts stay. You can buy a dream or two to last you all through the years, and the only price you pay is a heart full of tears. Going down to Lonesome Town, where the broken hearts stay. Going down to Lonesome Town to cry my troubles away. In the town of broken dreams, the streets are filled with regret. Way down in Lonesome Town, I can learn to forget.
day.